Alright everyone, welcome back to another episode of Enigmatica 6. I hope everyone is doing great. I know that I still am. As you might be able to tell, we are actually recording this pretty close up to the back of the last episode here. Just spent a couple minutes here. I had some more lemonade here, and I was looking through a few things before we jumped into this recording session. So, if you guys didn't catch the last episode, I highly recommend going back and checking it out. It wasn't the most crazy episode we've ever had. Oh, we got a solar eclipse right now. But it was definitely fun. We did do a few unique things to help us progress through the pack and get us to a good point where we can continue on building what we need to build. So again, highly recommend going and checking it out. But today we are going to get into the Powah mod as much as we possibly can. There are some steps that we need to take in order to get into it. And one of them is, well, first and foremost, checking out the quest line here. So the first thing that you're going to be greeted by in the quest line here, if you are following along with it, is this intro and welcome. It is a manual click, so you just click the checkbox and you get a wrench from it, which is super nice to do. You can take a minute, read through this if you feel like it, but for the most part, I know what's going on, so let's keep moving forward. There is another information thing here as well that gives you some experience. I always recommend holding off on collecting the experience ones until you need some kind of experience. Just in the off chance that maybe you die or something happens, it's really good to have that option to be able to use it when you need it and not just have it and potentially lose it. So just a suggestion, you guys do as you please. But we are going to get into the basic resources. So the basic resources of the Powah mod are pretty straightforward. It's going to be these guys right here, the Dielectric Casing. I also hear a zombie somewhere. I'm just kind of keeping an eye out here because we do have the solar eclipse going on right now. He's out there, so I'm not too worried actually. Let's get back in here. So you do have these dielectric casings, which are going to be made up of these rods. So there's horizontal and normal ones. And you are going to need quite a bit of resources for that. So we're going to focus on that. But that's going to be one of the main things that you do. You'll need a few other resources as well as you get down the line. But again, these are very, very basic ones. So I'm actually going to bookmark this. I'm going to bookmark that. And I'm also going to bookmark these because they are made in two different ways. Same exact materials, but just different ways of putting them into the crafting table. What do we got here? We got a zombie brush. Oh, no. All right. Well, luckily, we did claim our area here. If you guys have not claimed your base within your game, I highly recommend doing it because it will prevent destruction from creepers. If you guys want to know how to do it, I'll show you really quickly here. You hit M, you go into your map, you go to the upper left-hand corner, right up there. You hit this little map here, and then you just claim your chunks as so. It will protect it. You can also force load them if you do need them force loaded for whatever reason. But for our purposes, we don't need it right now. So, anywho, one of the things that we need, obviously, thought I saw a creeper. Not that it matters, just don't want to be caught off guard. We need this dielectric paste. Now, there's two different ways to make this. We're going to need a lot of it as well. So, you can either make it with coal, charcoal, anything along those lines, right? Or even bitumen, which is pretty nice because I think we have some of that. Clay, which we have a good amount of clay. And then either lava or blaze powder. Now, obviously, blaze powder is going to be a tough commodity to come by. So we're going to go with lava. Lava is going to be our easiest. But we don't have easy access to lava right here. So we have two options. We can either head to the Nether and hope and pray that we get a good Nether location that's close to lava. Or we head to down into our mines and find some lava and then collect it down there. Regardless of which way we go, we're going to need a good way of transporting this temporarily. Instead of just doing bucket per bucket. So the easiest way to do that is with a basic fluid tank from Mekanism. These things are great. They're super cheap to make. All you need is either iron or some aluminum and a little bit of redstone. And it holds 14 buckets, which is super nice. Motorcycle going by. I don't know if you guys could hear that. Now, if you jump up to the next tier, it gets a little bit more resource intensive, and we're not to a metallurgic infuser yet. So unfortunately, we can't do that. So definitely getting the base one up and going is a must. Now, either going to the Nether or going down into our mine, that's the next tricky thing. I think making a nether portal would be smart. We have to go to the nether regardless at some point in time, right? It's inevitable. So why don't we just get something set up? Now, I don't want it super close to our base. I'm not a big fan of the sounds from it. So what we're going to do is we're going to come way over here. Oh, there's a big hole in the ground right there. We're going to come way over here on this hill. Ooh, actually right next to this water. This is actually a really nice spot, man. There's so many nice spots around here. It makes it so hard to set up something around here when you have all these nice things that are right here. I think what we're going to do is place it right here. Now, I don't know if we have enough. I always forget how many we need specifically. It's 2 there, 3 on each side, and then 2 on the top at the very least, I believe. So I think we'll have enough, but obviously you don't have to put in the corners. This is basic Minecraft functionality, right? So you don't have to put in the corners. You can put whatever you want in the corners. If I could hit this corner, can I, no, I can't. Okay, let's see. Boom, got it. And then we'll put 2 on top. I think we might, yeah, we're gonna have enough. And we honestly could fill in the corners. We got plenty of obsidian, so you don't have to fill in the corners, but I'm actually going to because I think aesthetically it looks way better. And I could put it in the bottom, but we're not gonna see the bottom. So not too worried about that. All right, cool beans. So we should be pretty much set. All we got to do now is take our flint and steel, which I have from somewhere, and bada bing, bada boom, we have our nether portal. I'm going to stick this away and hope and pray to God that we get a good location. So fingers crossed, guys, as we jump in and we see what kind of area we get in the nether. Bet you guys didn't expect us going to the nether today. Did you? Excuse me. All right. Well, this is a little bit unfortunate, and I already hear a ghast, which I really don't like right off the bat. There he is right there. I don't have any... What the hell? Where? I didn't see anything come through. Did you? Is that a kitten bee? No, it's a glowstone bee. I think I have... Guys, I gotta get that bee. Come here, come here. There we go. Ooh. Okay, so this is not a very good spawn. Let's be real about this. Because what we need is way down there. So we somehow have to get down there to get what we need. And we could tunnel down there, so maybe we'll spend some time doing that. But yeah, we need to get down there. What I always recommend doing, though, guys, right when you get into the nether, add a waypoint. Because more than likely, you're going to lose your way. And you want to be able to get back to your portal. All right, let me head down there, because we're already here. We're not giving up just yet. We got to get down there. I do hear a spider, question mark? I don't know. All right, guys, I'll meet you down by the lava. All right, guys, I have made it down to the lava here. I just ended up tunneling down here. And now all we got to do is just grab the lava just like so. And this will work for the time being. So we're going to grab all this lava, and then I'm going to head back up to the base once we have enough, and then we're going to start making the dielectric paste that we need in order to get things up and going from the Powah mod. Now, there are other ways to collect all this lava. We could easily get a pump system going that will automatically pump it to where we want to go. You can get ender tanks, so on and so forth. But again, for our purposes, this is going to be perfectly fine. So I'm going to put this just like so. I want to get nice and close here, just in the off chance that it goes somewhere we don't want it to go. We're good to go. I will meet you guys back at the base. All right, guys, we made it back, and we are under attack. This is not good. I mean, it's not horrible. We can easily take these guys out, but it's just a nuisance, and these guys come around from time to time. I thought I heard another one. They do come through time to time, and they can be quite annoying. We do have a zombie here. It looks like he has a diamond backpack on. Oh, if he dropped that, that would have been amazing. But we don't have anything that would really benefit us in terms of like fortune or anything on our swords. So a little bit of a bummer there. But hey, it is what it is. We got what we needed. We got some good lava. We're going to stick it right here so we have it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick away all of this netherrack as well as these magma blocks that we picked up along the way as well. Now, everything else, we got a lot of junk. Like, let's be real, we got a whole heck of a lot of junk that we really just don't need. We could put our obsidian away there, just like so. And we actually did pick up some cobalt, which is really cool. That'll be extremely useful for us down the line. We also have some dimensional shards. I'm guessing we'll probably pick up a decent amount of those as well as we keep moving on and progressing here. And I do need to stick this down somewhere. We got it from over, excuse me, over here. So I'll stick it back there. Just don't want to forget about it. You know how it be, guys. All right, we're going to grab our lava here. And then we're going to need some coal. Actually, we need, it said we could use bitumen, which I don't know if I have any of that here. We might be able to go into the mine and see if we could find any. Now I'm kind of curious. Let's go take a peek. All right, guys. Well, I was not expecting this. I was going off looking for bitumen. I found out that it really only spawns by a Y level 40. But I came out here to this village that I've seen before to hopefully find it just spawned like above ground. And it just so happened that a raid started occurring right when I got here. So I figured we would take advantage of this. I don't think we've ever encountered a raid on camera before, at least to this capacity. So we're gonna see how well we do here. I don't have any arrows, unfortunately, so but look at that, guys. It actually highlighted it for us. I don't know why, if that was the food we ate or if that's just part of it. I'm not super familiar with raids. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not like the most up to date on it, but here we go. We're gonna get them taken out. And then it's going to start into the next one. It is looking like it is getting to nighttime as well, which is not good. They're all hitting the bells here. There's some ducks out here. I really do like this place out here. I don't know if I've shown you guys this village on camera or not, but it's a really nice village. So that's why I'm like all for protecting it as much as we can. Oh, we got one of those big guys coming in. I think one of those, I know those from Minecraft Dungeons for sure. Luckily, it's two-shot with this bad boy. But we're going to have to be cautious on our health here. If we need to back it off, we can back it off here. Take it easy. Do a flip. We got some lag here. A little bit of lag. Okay, let's move. Whoa, that thing has got some distance. And he does some bad damage, guys. That's not good for us at all. Ooh, all right. I don't have any sushi on me. I wish I had some sushi. And I wish we could sleep through the night. Don't know if we can while they're under attack here. If I come over here, is there a bed here? Can I sleep? It's going to reset our spawn point, but I didn't want to take the time to necessarily go through anything. Okay, I don't think we can, unfortunately. I have no arrows. I have nothing, basically. That's probably where we're at right now. I wish these iron golems would help us out a little bit more. And come up here. This is a nice advantage point, man. This is pretty nice. Okay, let me try to take care of these guys. All right, guys, I forgot that I have exploding arrows. I thought I had no arrows, but this is going to be super useful for us. And there we go. We got them taken out. But it looks like there might be one more enemy sitting around here somewhere. I thought I took them all out, but they're definitely... Oh, it's a second part. It's another part of the raid. Oh, Lord, guys. Okay, I'll take on this next part. I'll bring it back once we actually fully get through everything. All right, guys, we did it. We have a raid victory. There we go. They're sending off the fireworks, letting us know we got through it. That's actually a first for us. I did definitely run into a lot of lag, though. Holy smokes. We dropped a lot of, like, performance going through that. And you can even still kind of see it. Like, everything's still kind of moving really weird around here. I don't know why that's the case. So, interesting. But yeah, we did it. So, that's awesome. Another nice little W in the bag for us. Now, I was going to come over here and look for bitumen. Let's see what we can find here. I'll climb up this hill and see if we have any exposed clusters of it, because I would really like to use that. So, I'll let you guys know if we find anything. Well, it took all of like 5 seconds, and you can see it all right here. This is what we want. Bitumen ore. So we're going to grab as much of this as we can, because this will be super useful for our case scenario. Instead of having to use coal. I don't know if I explained this, but like if I can avoid using coal for this setup, I would much rather do that, because coal is super valuable for us, right? You know, we use it in a lot of other things, torches, things like that. We don't have the nice availability that we did in the last season, where we had a tool that would give us all of the torches that we wanted. Now we're kind of fending for ourselves with having to use coal to get our torches up and going. So I'm going to collect a few more things of exposed ore here, because there's a lot of good stuff here. I definitely want to get a lot of this stuff. so we can take it back with us. I mean, look at all this coal too. Like, I know I don't want to use coal, but there's a lot of it here chilling exposed. So good recommendation for any of you trying to get started is find just an exposed mountain like this, right? Where you can get a lot of these ores just chilling on the side. So you don't necessarily have to do a bunch of mining and pick up a lot of stuff that you don't necessarily need. So with that being said, I'm going to collect a decent amount more, and I will meet you all back at the base. All right, guys, we are back at the base, and we are ready to finally get going into getting that dielectric paste up and going. So it should be relatively straightforward for us at this point to do. The biggest thing, obviously, is going to be these buckets of lava. Now, I think what you can do... actually, don't hold me to this. I thought you might be able to do this. Can we put this in place just like so with all of that with our clay? And can I use this as a bucket? No. Okay, it does not. Bucket mode, you can't shift it into bucket mode, I believe, right? Which I forget how you do. Left shift N for a description. Okay, hold on one second. All right, guys, so I figured out how to get it in bucket mode. You do need to set it. It is not preset. You'll have to go into your controls and set up bucket mode. Just search for Mekanism like how we did for backpacks in the previous episode. Should be pretty straightforward to find. Now, the bucket mode actually, it doesn't do what I thought it would with crafting, but it'll allow you to easily pick up the lava or whatever liquid it may be when you're at that location. So instead of us scooping up each individual one, which I'm sure some of you maybe were already thinking when we were doing that, you can put it into bucket mode and scoop it up all super easy. So good way to do that. Highly recommend doing it. But I did go ahead, get everything crafted up here. So I got our dielectric rods. I got a bunch of dielectric paste that made the dielectric rods along with some... what is it called? I already forget. The iron bars. So now we can get this going, which will be pretty straightforward there. And that is going to complete that. So we're going to get 2 more from it. And then it's going to give us 2 different ways to go. We have a Fernator or an energizing setup. Now, this is what I was talking on before. I would really like to get this up and going as soon as we can. But it probably makes sense, first and foremost, to get some power going, because we have no power going at all. So we could easily get a Fernator going. That is what it is saying next, and your starter one is going to be your best one to do. There's a couple different options for it, which it's funny that it won't actually take you to it. So what we're going to have to do is go to the Powah mod and search for the Fernator here, and there we go. So we are going to need a blast furnace for it as well. So we'll bookmark that. We are going to need a furnace. We're going to need some smooth stone, so we're going to need some normal stone smelted up. I think I have cobblestone here. There we go. And I'm going to have to smelt it. Let me get some resources together here, and I'll be right back with you. All right, guys. The other thing that you're going to need going into this basic item is the capacitors. There are going to be a couple different ones that you eventually get and progress through. But this is the first one that you'll start with. It's pretty simple to get going. You do need a block of redstone for it, though, which can be a little bit pricey. It's probably the most pricey thing out of everything here. But here we go. We can get our basic Fernator, just like so. Now, you can progress up through the different tiers, but you do need different things to get to that point, right? The hardened, it needs energized steel, which is the iron and gold in the energizer. So that's why I'm erring on the side of let's get some power going first, and then we will go from there. Now, really, one of your best ways to get power from the Powah mod is going to be the Magmator. This thing is really nice. All you got to do is stick it on top of a block of lava, and it's going to produce power. And the lowest tier generates 80 FE or RF per tick, or the max extract is that, but the base is 15, which is not too shabby for literally not really having to do much. Now, this one will do 70, but it does utilize, excuse me, it does utilize coal in order to power it. So just keep that in mind. I do like the Magmators a lot. They are really, really nice. The Thermogenerator is another option. Actually, the Magmator, I think you have to pump it into. The Thermogenerator is what you can do, putting it over lava, if I'm not mistaken. But you do need a thermoplate, which means you do need blaze powder. So you will have to go to the Nether more than likely to get that, unless you can get some magma cream, put it in a central fusion separator. Honestly, by that point in time, it'll be easier just to go and find some blazes. So Anywho, so what we're going to do actually is get a energy cell up and going and some energy cables so we can actually produce the power and then store it somewhere. So we're going to want a basic starter energy cell is the next thing on the list here. So let's get into it. I think we have most of what we need. We're going to need a little bit more of this stuff. I'm just going to grab a whole heck of a lot of it, whole heck of a lot of this, just so we are good to go. And we should have some more paste on us. Just grab a whole stack. Why not? All right, so we'll grab these. We do need a block of that, just like so. And we'll grab these. There's 4 more, which is perfect. And then we can get our basic energy cell. Now, on top of that, we'll get our loot box there. Like I said, we're going to want some energy cables. The basic ones are going to be the easiest for us to do. Realistically, pretty much the only ones we can do to get going. So let's get those rocking and rolling. We should have everything we need, actually, right off the bat. So there we go. And that is going to complete that quest as well. So moving right along with things here, guys, which is perfect. So let's head over to this room over here. So like I mentioned, this little section here is going to be specifically for our Energizer setup. But we are going to need a good place to produce power in. Now, obviously, if we use the Thermogenerator, we're probably not going to want to be on this level. We'll probably want to create a basement that's all rock to keep it down there. But for the time being, I think it'll be perfectly fine for us to... I kind of do want to start digging things out. Maybe I'll spend a little time doing that. How much time we got left here? It's 21 minutes in. I think we got time to do a little bit of building here. So why don't we do that? We did actually get some really good stuff from some of these loot boxes as well. So... but let me do a little bit of digging here and a little bit of carving out because I think having power underneath our machine room would make the most sense. And I already have in mind what kind of block I would like to use to line it. I really do like this block and I would like to use it a little bit more. So anyways, guys, I'm going to spend a little bit of time doing that. I'll be right back with you. All right, guys. So I spent a little bit of time getting it set up. I'm not 100% sure on the flooring just yet, but I'll show you guys. It actually was kind of interesting with the flooring. This is the first time I've ever had this happen to me. But we can come down here, and the flooring is all slate, and I didn't have to replace any of it. Like, it was a solid piece of slate on this level. So that's why I was like, this kind of looks nice. I'm kind of tempted maybe to line the edges with, like, this cobbled deep slate. That'd be kind of cool to give it a little bit more... I don't know, just something different to it. Or, I don't know, I don't think chisel is in here. Or maybe it is, but let's see. I think it is in here. So we could chisel it and create some, like, borders along here, which would be kind of nice and stuff. So definitely could spruce it up a little bit more, but I think for the time being, it's perfectly fine as is. So with that being said, we're going to take our energy cell here. And I think what I'm going to do is just stick it, like, right in the middle here. So let's find our middle. So this is our middle ground here. And then find our middle in here. So I think right there would be perfectly fine. I like keeping it up here on the ceiling, just so we can access it. Now I am going to take our furnator, and let's see here. Where do we want to put this bad boy? Do we want it along this wall so we come down and we have it on there? I mean, realistically, we could keep it right here for the time being and just have some cable go up just like so. Easy peasy, guys. Now there are some input outputs here that you're going to want to keep in mind. So what we're actually going to do is if you hit shift and left click, it'll turn all of them off, or you could turn them all off right here. I guess that's the easier way to do it. So we're going to do that. And then what we want to do is go up and we're going to put in extract. That's what we wanted. So this is only for power. So if we throw in our block of coal here, it's going to start producing power, and it's actually going to start filling this up. So by default, these are pretty much all going to be receive and extract. Now, realistically, we might not want it that way. So what is this? South? Let's make the south one. That's down south. Let's just do receive only for that, because I think that would make the most sense for our setup currently. Now, that's going to pretty much be it for our power generation right there. Nothing super crazy, I would say. But ultimately, the plan is going to be that this is going to run over here. Just like so, and we'll probably have this come up through the floor, which I probably should replace that with a nice cherry log, just like so. And then we're going to have some energizing rods up here. and an energizing pad so that we can easily charge up items. So we're sitting at 24 minutes. I guess we could take a quick peek at it. I don't know if we'll have enough time to do it, but we could try. The other option for good power generation is solar panels. They're pretty good, but they do take a little bit of time. Now for this, you do need quartz. It's actually not too bad to get up and going. We might be able to do that. And then what do we need for this? We don't need too much either. Okay. Give me like, I'm going to cut away again. I'm going to get most of these components together so you don't have to watch me craft it, because the recipe is pretty straightforward. We have everything we need. It's just a matter of time of me getting everything together. So let me gather these components, and then I'll bring you guys on back once we're ready to craft them up and put them in place. All right, guys, we got everything we need. Just took a couple of minutes there, not even. It was relatively quick. But again, I didn't want you guys to have to sit through all of that. It's not always the most exciting thing, so figured I'd skip away and get it all crafted up because it is pretty repetitive. We are going to complete the quest for that as well, or most of it. Actually, it does want us to have 2 energizing rods to get our setup going here. I don't think we have enough to do a second one right off the bat. We are going to need another one of these. We're going to need 2 more of those. Well, I guess you guys will get to see this. We're going to craft up 1 more of these bad boys. Because why not? What else do we need? A block of quartz. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice that a block of quartz only takes 4 compared to the normal 9 that you would have with any other block. And there we go. We're going to get 2 of them. They do not stack, unfortunately. So just something to keep in mind. That will complete the quest now, which is really nice. So we can come on over here. And what we got to do is just place this like so. Actually, we might want it 1 farther up than that. So let's grab our cabling here. We're going to put it up 1 more there. And I think what I'm going to do is just have it kind of go like that. I think that would make the most sense. We'll put 1 here. We'll put 1 here. And then we're going to stick this bad boy. I think it can be right there, if I'm not mistaken. It does give a nice little box right there on the top to let us know where we can place what we need there. And we actually get 2 additional energizing rods. It's actually really nice that it gives us 2 more here. So what we could do is place these guys over here. And then obviously we knocked off our torches, so we're going to want to just place some torches in here so we're not too dark. But yeah, we only need 1 more on the side over there, which isn't too bad. Now, realistically, the capacity of the cables versus what's going to be pulled from these energizing rods is going to be a little bit skewed. It's not going to be exact right off the bat, so we're not going to be super efficient, but this should allow us to make some energized steel. So if we were to take gold and iron, which of course I don't have on me, why would I have it on me? We can actually get this up and going and test it out, which will be really cool. It is a really cool thing to see. So I'm going to grab actually 2 pieces of that, 2 pieces of that, just because more than likely I'm going to grab this for a thumbnail, and I'm going to want to be able to do it once we wrap up the main recording here. So all we got to do is stick 1 in there like so, 1 in there like so, and it'll do its magic. Now, it doesn't take much to do it. And bada bing, bada boom, we have energized steel, guys. We are moving right along, and we do get a battery from that, which is really nice that we get a battery. But that's basically going to be it for today, guys. I think that's a good stopping point. We can get into blazing crystals and things like that. This we're going to need blaze for. So we're going to have to figure out a good way to get some blazes up and going, realistically. So we might have to head back to the Nether and see what our options are, because we definitely need to get that going. I don't think there's any way that we could grow it. I really wish there was, because we could just stick it in some botany pots and just kind of let it do its own thing, right? Now we could do, if we had a blaze, a blaze bee, we could potentially get some from that. Right, but what are the 20% chance, which I mean is not atrocious, but if we had a more automated way of doing it, wouldn't be too shabby, right? So let's see here. So if we had that, do the blaze bees spawn in the overworld? They do, or not in the overworld. Oh, they do not spawn in the Nether. Oh, that's such a bummer. Is it breedable? Yes. Traits? Yes. So it doesn't spawn in the world? Really? And you need a magma cake in order to even get it to be... That's a big bummer, guys. Okay, well, that's not a viable option. I'm getting sidetracked. We're going to wrap up the episode there. So, guys, I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, feel free to leave a like down below. Better yet, leave a comment. Always love to hear what you guys have to say. I do actually, you know what, while I'm thinking about this, because I forgot the last time around, and I'm going to stick it in the comments section for you guys, but I figured I'll put it in this episode as well. I believe we can show the seed here. So let me pull that up really quick. Hold on 1 second, guys. Okay, I think we're good to go. So if I just do this and we just do seed like that, there you guys go. It is minus 1965104503. That is the seed if you guys are curious. But like I said, guys, we're going to wrap it up. So if you are new here, you do want to follow along, definitely hit that subscribe button and bell notification. It'll let you know every single time a new episode is posted here on the channel. We do have a Twitch. We do try to stream over there, but it hasn't been super consistent lately. But if you do want to get notifications when we do go live, highly recommend going over there and following and turning on the notifications, because those will obviously let you know. Or if you don't want to do that, we do have a community Discord set up where I post all updates, including our times that we go live. I will post it up over there with a link, so you can directly follow it from over on the Discord to Twitch. Both of the links, though, can be found in the description down below if you are interested. But other than that, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today as we progress through some Powah mod, as we took on a raid at a village, and overall just had a great time. I definitely appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Take it easy.